Holy moly. You got the God rays coming in on the side here. That's what we call them in rendering, our light rays. I mean, look at the shadowing. My real life is HD awesomeness. I just drink it in. Oh my God. And we can capture so, like, the average freaking iPhone can capture things at resolutions and dimensions now. And just clarity that we only dreamed of like 20 years ago. Beautiful, beautiful. And that was all before we got to work today. And so, yeah, so I wrote this thing, and here it is, right? To flow is to be in the moment, fully consumed by the experience at hand. To find the flow is the trick to learning to ride it. It rarely comes easy, but it's a muscle like all other muscles in your machine. The more you find the moments of flow, the longer you can be in it. All time tends to warp in either direction, but usually it always feels like it went by way too fast. Try to notice when you find your flow today. I've been thinking about this a lot more, right? And when I go to work, I get a lot of physical interrupts. But I've been noticing, I have during the day different levels of energy, right? And I'm always about, like, as a project manager and like a developer and someone that, focus and flow, the ability to produce, especially when I'm in the midst of flow, to get a lot done, I have to find these moments. Like, oh, I need a block of time. I need an hour. I need 2 hours. I just want to remind you guys that we're not all machines. You can't make it always happen. The more that you spend time having reflections and understanding of yourself, of where you're at, how you're feeling, how much distraction, how your emotion is, right? That puts you into a place where you can identify these moments. And then as you start to identify things like flow, when you're most productive, when you're feeling good. I don't ever want to get to this place where I don't have, like, what you would call a high level of neural plasticity, like the ability to lay in new things. I want to be 90 years old and I want to be like, all right, it's time. It's freaking time. We're going to pick up oil painting or whatever. Or it's time to write the novel. I find myself as I get older, it's beautiful, right? Just the other day, I was like, I still have an itch to want to, like, do electronic music production. And then I was like, oh yeah, like, guess what? This journey is like a 5 to 10 year journey. Like, it's not like you're gonna pick it up in like 2 weeks and be banging out like ringer dingers, And sometimes we forget that when you're younger and you don't have as much experience, you don't know. How would you know? And luckily, and this is a little piece of wisdom, is when you don't know how hard the task is, sometimes that innocence helps you stick with it much longer because you don't really know what the expectation is. It's when you sit down and go, oh, hey, if I really seriously want to learn hardcore music production, accelerate my learning by getting tutorials, I'm still looking at a few years before I feel like I really could have I have a level of craftsmanship where I could produce music that would be in my brain. I think it would be fantastic. I don't think the journey's over. But now I'm starting to think about, okay, when to do that,